Things have gotten extremely heated around the Arctic in recent months, and it's by no means about climatic anomalies, but about politics. It started with Donald Trump's surprising statement regarding Greenland and the need to address the security of the island and its coasts.
I'm talking about protecting the free world. You don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen.
As a result, some European Union countries expressed outrage at what they called aggressive plans for a U.S. attack on the island. Of course, as we pointed out on our channel, Trump said nothing of the sort, but the mere mention of the military involved in a possible mission was enough to cause a stir. Now that the dust has settled, however, and Donald Trump is settling into the White House, there are claims that his strategy is not at all meaningless and should be implemented as soon as possible.
No, he didn't say that he is going to invade Greenland. Nobody said that. What he said is we have to make sure that the Arctic is of a huge geopolitical interest and we have to get our act together. And clearly he's right here, and I know that he has on this the support of Mette Frederiksen and others.
Interestingly, in the interview with the NATO Secretary General, there was also a question about Trump's statements related to increasing Western European countries' spending on both defense and support for Ukraine. And here, too, the Secretary General shares the American president's view.
We have to make sure that Ukraine can negotiate from a position of strength, and we have to prop them up. And if the US would decide to do more in terms of weapon support, I'm convinced that they will also ask the Europeans to pay more. And that's only logical because we are close to Ukraine and we have to.
This is basically what the presidents of Poland and the Baltic countries have been talking about since the beginning of the war in Ukraine. Lithuania has already taken a step in this direction. We have made a truly historic and very timely decision on sustainable financing of the state's defense system. We have agreed that between 2026 and 2030, we will allocate between 5 and 6% of GDP to defense every year. This is not megalomania, as some liberal politicians in Europe claimed until recently, but a necessity that may offer hope for building a force capable of deterring Moscow's neo-imperialist ambitions. On the other hand, in addition to rearmament, there is another option that the American president has just put on the table.
Going to ask Saudi Arabia and OPEC to bring down the cost of oil. You got to bring it down, which frankly, I'm surprised they didn't do before the election. That didn't show a lot of love by them not doing it. I was a little surprised by that. If the price came down, the Russia-Ukraine war would end immediately.
Lowering the price of oil will hit Russia harder than any sanctions. Today, among other things, thanks to its shadow fleet, tankers under exotic flags, Russia sells raw materials at competitive prices to third-world countries to finance its war machine. A significant drop in prices on the markets will make shady deals with the criminal cease to pay off in any way.